Hello, welcome everyone to Consider Wyverns, the first episode of our definitely extremely serious podcast where there will be no goofing off whatsoever. My name is Connor Herforth. I am the DM for this campaign, and the rest of them, you guys can introduce yourselves.
Starting with Cam.
Okay, cool. I'm Cameron Speaker. I will be playing Varys Nilo. Is that
Alright.
you want more? Like,
That's perfect.
okay.
We
Go,
can, we can, we can fully introduce the characters in a bit. I'm just
yeah.
getting you guys to actually introduce yourselves.
Oh,
Nick
okay.
is next.
Oh, okay. I'm Nick Wallace, and I will be playing Sylif.
Alright, and I'm Will Neighbors, and I'm playing Ignar Alwyn.
All right, so I mean, if anyone else has anything to say, they can go ahead and say it, but otherwise, we're just going to hop right into it.
Nah.
So, firstly, let's get into the lore. Since the fall of the Scythian Empire 20 years ago, the lands of Trentine have lived in a remarkable peace. The shattered kingdoms, formed from the various civil wars and rebellions that led to the empire's fall, have remained cordial and assisted each other with rebuilding. However, as with all things, these times are coming to an end. Resources, particularly weapons-grade steel and quality lumber, have begun to grow sparse, causing the nations that produce it to either raise prices or stop exporting it entirely. Some nations, in a desperate bid to maintain the flow of resources that they so desperately need to maintain their economies and armies, resort to piracy and extortion to keep them flowing. Others, even more mad than the rest, attempt to establish colonies and trade routes to the wild continent, all of which have been met with destruction. Our story begins in the queendom of Nuzon, a desert kingdom on the southern tip of Trentine. Nuzon did not have an easy time when the rebellion against the Serleans began. Relatively close to the Serlean capital in what is now modern-day Shiorisen, the Nuzon felt the full might of the Serlean military long before the others, and fought the war for nearly a decade longer. However, their craftiness and adept use of mercenaries allowed them to win the war and create their own nation, led by the lineage of the first queen, who alongside her mercenaries struck down the Iron General sent by the Serlean king to oppress them. Nowadays, they pride themselves on being a country of artisans, producing masterworks of stained glass, armor, and tools, as well as being home to one of the most thriving sea routes in the entire world. On top of being a successful country, Luzon has managed to keep a good peace over the past 2 decades by trading their fine goods for raw resources that don't occur naturally within their border. This arrangement has led to a strong relationship with the Kingdom of Aram that has more recently led to tension with the Kingdom of Shiarisen, who believe that Nuzon are the ones to blame for their recent lack of resources and growing poverty. However, the Queen of Nuzon hopes to improve their relations and has invited the King of Shiarisen to join them in the annual Victory Day celebration, which celebrates them gaining their independence from the Serleans. So our story is going to begin with Mr. William Neighbors. If you'd like to introduce your character.
Alright, I am Ignar Alwyn. I am a human who has come from a wealthy family in the... where does it come from? We just decided this. I got it, don't worry, it's coming. Man, you don't gotta be such a prick about it. No,
God damn.
I came from a wealthy family on the verge of collapse, though some denied the downward spiral that the Alwyn name was taking. Ignar did not. In an attempt to avoid the implosion, he decided to distance himself from the family business, instead making a life of his own as a rogue adventurer. He has a passion for the unknown and arcane arts that has led him to brave the tombs of a dead empire, learning its history and benefiting from its secrets. He comes from Shirozen, right?
Shiarisen, yeah.
Shiorizen, and has recently joined the Guild of the Lost World, which has sent him far-flung to the other side of the world to discover something like an artifact, a lost archaeological site that has led him to journey far from home. That's about it.
Nick, if you'd also like to introduce your character, because we'll also be bringing you in at this time.
Okay, I am Nick Wallace, and I'll be playing Silif Oberon. And he is a tiefling sorcerer that has trouble with controlling his magic. So he's trying to learn a way to gain complete control of the magic abilities that he has.
All right. So both of you were sent here for various reasons. Nick, you were just traveling. You don't really know what to do. You're searching everywhere for a way to control your magic. Ignar, however, was sent by the Guild of the Lost Word to attempt to locate a specific artifact within Nuzan. And this has led him to the port city of Amun. The city of Amun, or the current capital of the Queendom of Nuzan, is one of the most important trade locations in the entire world. Located strategically along the Gulf of Salusa and conveniently close to the Resurgent Islands, Amun serves as one of the most important ports in the entire world and connects all the Eastern Kingdoms together in prosperous trade. The city itself, built of great sandstone and towering over the arid stony landscape to the south, is the northernmost point of Nuzan, and its architects spared no expense. Every building is constructed out of identical sandstone bricks, with angled walls and flat ceilings, adorned with ornate carvings wherever space can be found. Taverns and churches sit side by side along pristine streets, and large factories sit amongst bustling residential districts, producing fine goods for the entire world. Government buildings, identifiable by their great height and wrought iron doors, provide services and protection to the people. Guards are stationed along major streets, but are not oppressive. Instead, they are close friends with all of the citizens. The palace, visible even from the outskirts of town, towers over the landscape with an ornate barrier separating the interior gardens from the rest of the city, and a great tower in the middle, where the royalty work, eat, and sleep. As you guys come off the boat, you see an incredible celebration going on in the town square near where the port finally enters the main township. As you look around, banners spouting different phrases and worshipping the queen are all over, hung off of the buildings and lying on the ground in the places where they've fallen, talking about the 20th anniversary of Nuzan gaining independence from the Serlians. The great celebration is directly in the town square in front of the Great Palace Gate, the main gate to the palace, and free food and drink have led to a raucous celebration across the city that even from your relatively isolated spot you can still hear. And hundreds have gathered in the town square around you, hoping to see Queen Nuzare II make her appearance alongside her dignitaries. Ignar, you were given instructions by the Guild of the Lost Word to head to a tavern known as Quigley's Tavern, which happens to be in this town square.
I will make haste on my way to Quigley's.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Nick, what the hell you're supposed to do, because you're just here.
Does my natural musk kind of like lead you towards me?
I want to so this is the capital city of this country, right?
The Queendom of Nuzan, this is the capital city of Amun, yes.
Okay, is there any like highly magical like schools or colleges nearby?
So, while magic is not outright banned because it is used by the artisans in the area, sorry, what was I saying? Although magic isn't like outright banned, it's not really encouraged because a lot of the people from the Serlian Empire that they fought so early on in the war were magical. Because obviously, like the magical troops, that's like the special forces, the strongest troops that you have. And because Nuzan was one of the first kingdoms, or in this case, queendom, to actually rebel, they didn't really get like the last dregs of troops like a lot of places to the west did. They got the forefront the best. So magic is somewhat frowned upon except for the purpose of creating like the artisan goods that they have. So there's not any schools like that in this area. You might be
Okay.
able to find like a teacher at a factory or something like that, but there is no like formal education for magic.
Okay. So what kind of factories are there here then?
Primarily, they make stuff like stained glass, armor, and tools. It's definitely more metalworking. The only types of magic that they really perform is like they have stuff to heat the metal up, to shape it easier without having to use tools, things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk over to the factory of the stained glass.
Okay. So we're going to cut back to Will here, or Ignar. So as you walk into the tavern, you identify the man that you came here to see. The leader of the local chapter of the Guild of the Lost Word, known as Greyhor. He's sitting at a table, sipping away at a drink, watching the celebrations around him. He's an older man, graying beard and hair, but still very, very visibly fit.
Am I talking to him now?
He hasn't noticed you yet, so you can talk to him, or you can.
I say, "Hark, noble man and confidant. It is I, Ignar of the GLW, here to assist you in what you need."
Sorry. He looks up at you. He's definitely just the slightest bit intoxicated. And he says, "Oh, that's right. They're sending another. Please sit down." And he motions for the bartender to bring another drink for you.
I don't mind partaking.
Oh,
Been a long journey.
that one was actually another one for me. You'll have to get your own.
Oh,
Sorry, just give me a moment here. Anyway, so they sent you. Do you know why you're here, particularly?
it is adventure the wrong word?
Yes, it is. Okay. Every time. You've been sent here to look after or attempt to find some artifact. The GLW's had their eyes on it for God knows how long. I'm going to be honest with you. One of the first artifacts the GLW ever looked for was this one. And that was nearly 50 years ago when the Civil War started. In that time, we have not found even a trace of its existence. When they don't want to deal with somebody at headquarters and they don't want someone, well, if I had to guess, you're probably not the most straight shooter when it comes to this type of stuff.
You could say that.
Yeah. They send you here because they don't want to deal with you. You want my honest recommendation?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Just sit here, drink, enjoy the celebration. You'll spend the next 10 years of your life looking around here for something that probably doesn't even exist anymore.
So, if I were wanting to avoid it, which sounding like I do, in what direction should I not look?
You still want to look for it.
No, that is not what I said. he
Sorry.
Ignar is legitimately trying to not.
He's like not
He's
fucking.
trying to trick him a little. He's like trying to get in his head. He's like he thinks he's
I
actually
think
working.
that's a deception check. I think
I
that's a
mean,
deception
Yeah,
he
you want to
could, but
roll a deception check?
no, because he's not doing a very good job. He would never
Okay.
succeed in this. He's just he's trying.
Theoretically, it should be to the south, somewhere along the Great Ridge.
I will
If
make sure I don't go over there.
I'm sure you will. And he picks up his drink and also picks up the other drink that he ordered, even though he already had one. And he just walks out of the tavern and joins the greater celebration.
What an interesting man.
At around this time, we're going to introduce Cameron. What was your character's name again? Sorry.
Varus Nilo.
So from outside, as you're sitting in this tavern, looking around, trying to figure out how to get a drink because it's just so packed inside this relatively small tavern, you hear someone just yelling from outside, And as you look, you see him holding up a sign that was painted with some message, but the paint has dripped and melted so poorly. It was so poorly done that it's almost completely unintelligible. Cameron.
So yes, I'm playing Varus Nilo. He's a druid, kind of an elf with a medium build. And so he's kind of wearing like a cloak with some leather armor, some leather that looks like it is straight from the back of an animal. No kind of artisan craftsmanship, just like the animal was killed and just kind of thrown over his back, kind of with threading where it needed to be so that it stays on. And so I'll be outside this tavern, basically talking to people. I'm going to say something along the lines of, "Stay out of Durania." I'm gonna keep. Actually, I should just say it. Sorry. But it'll be in broken common. Kind of just talking to people, trying to heckle them. I'm just gonna keep it like that because I'm not gonna try and speak broken common. I don't know how.
You just speak broken English, but then it turns racist and we get shut down, you know.
Before we even start, yeah.
So, Nick, as you're about to leave the city, you also hear Cameron and you turn around for just a second, and then all of a sudden, the din of the crowd goes completely silent. As instruments are played and a massive creaking noise erupts from the main gate of the palace. Almost climbing over each other, just clambering to see, people finally see what they've waited for all day. Queen Nuzari, escorted by her guard and side by side with King Alphys, the leader of Shiorisen. Stepping up to the podium to make her speech, the crowd falls into place, and her magically enhanced voice begins to ring over the crowd. My fellow Nuzarians, 20 years ago today, after nearly 5 decades of fighting, our people finally managed to secure their independence from the horrible Syrian Empire. Today, we celebrate not only the gracious victory, but also the lives that were lost. And although you know as well as I do that I love a good speech, I will be joining you myself in the celebrations and mingling among you just as my mother would have done before her death. And she steps off the podium, and King Alphys, who's this very tall man, just completely, he just looks like he's built like a mountain, you know? Man's wearing like a fur cloak over his shoulders, his bicep is the size of a tree trunk. He just looks at her, and almost like insanely timid, like you'd expect from a child, he kind of slumps his shoulders like, do I really have to go talk to people? I didn't realize that was going to happen. Now, as she steps down from the podium. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. As she steps down from the podium, here we are. Let me place you guys within the map. Oh, cool. It's not sticking to the... I'm very prepared, by the way, if you guys can't tell. I'm just really good at what I do. Hold on.
I mean, they can't even see it yet because I'm having to switch scenes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's mostly because I had it on the wrong layer and I forgot how to switch it. As she steps down from the podium, people just begin like clambering over to her. They're so excited to see her, the queen, that they've been waiting to see for probably most of their lives. The Nuzarian queens have always sort of stayed within their castle, not because they dislike the populace, but because it's definitely not like safe for them all the time. Even though the war was very, very popular, there are still people who would wish to do the queen harm for what she did against the Syrian Empire. And as she steps down, and the king begins to walk back towards the gate since he doesn't want to intermingle, a bunch of people rip off masks and cloaks, revealing weapons underneath them, levy them towards the queen, and start yelling things in a tongue you guys don't quite understand. Maybe because the crowd is simply too loud with shock and fear, or maybe just because they're speaking a different language. But completely out of the woodwork come lots of people that I now have to move to the correct layer.
You can control click them.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you control click them and highlight them all, and then control shift, or maybe shift click them, and then control shift O.
Yeah, I could have done that. That makes sense.
Wait, so the
Yeah.
king is the guy in the other separate
This
building
guy.
that nobody else
No,
is in?
that's the queen.
That's
That's the podium. So let's be real here, guys. I did not draw a very good map because it didn't save. So here we are. But, so this is actually the queen. She just stepped down to join the crowd. So people from the crowd just start immediately running away, stopping the guards from being able to reach her as they're quite literally overwhelmed and trampled by this crowd of hundreds of people. Don't move your token. How dare you?
Well, we can't move the tokens that are currently there.
Yeah, we
can't.
got it.
How can Nick, but
You can
can't?
click on them and hit edit. Who can edit it
Weird. Nick was just able to do
in their
it.
property?
No,
Yeah,
because
it's weird.
we can drag our own tokens back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just go do that. Sorry.
Okay, there you go.
Which one's the one that Nick can move?
This one.
The one that's
Okay.
moving.
Okay, I'm not allowed to delete the other one apparently. There we go.
It's on a different layer. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that one got the map and background. Every other one got on token, but whatever. All right, so I would like you all to roll initiative.
I'm gonna fight the queen.
You got a boss. Whatever you say,
It's-
boss.
Can you not, please? Like that's really irritating, man.
I got a nat
Maybe it's
1! Yay! I have a 3 total.
Got a 4.
Where's the
Oh, boy.
initiative button? Oh, there you go.
I got a fail. I critically failed.
You can't critically fail initiative.
Critically failed. Preparing for a fight.
You were just like really, really tired the night before, and it's,
I was
just so,
hungover.
it's just so hard to get it up these days. And...
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta roll initiative for the rest of them, which I probably should have done beforehand, but oh well. All right. So what was your guys' initiative? You got
4.
Let me write these down. Will, 4, Nick, 1.
No, I had a
Cameron?
3. I had a 3.
Oh,
I like plus my.
Cameron, what did you get? 13. Okay.
13.
A 0 to initiative.
All right. I'm just making sure I got all the people. Okay. So this bandit will be moving first, and she is going to immediately close the distance to the queen. Now she's not. What's weird is as she gets closer, she's got a crossbow out. She's holding it at the gut of the queen, but she's not trying to do it. Or kill her. She's looking around, darting all over, making sure that she's got allies around her and that not everything's screwed up yet. Then it's going to be this bandit, and I need to get the measuring tool for that. This bandit, since he doesn't realize you are a threat yet, is going to run up to here. And with that, Cameron, it is your turn.
Do I notice that the queen has the person with the pew pew crossbow?
Wow. I'd say you could, yeah.
Okay. Realizing this would be one of my only chances to actually progress what needs to be done. As in, I need to speak to her. So I think it'd be a good idea if I go and help her. That's probably a good idea. Probably
Okay.
will get that done. Let's see.
Okay, Nick, you can't go 90 feet. I'm sorry.
So
Or can he? Or if he has a special ability.
I've read his sheet. I don't think he does. But now you're scaring me.
Can Misty Step go that far?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you can go further.
You can't.
Ooh.
Or it might be 90 feet actually.
Might be 90.
It might be exactly 90, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Cameron, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just looking at a thing that I don't want to do because it will hurt a lot of people.
Okay, then
I'm
don't
going
do
to.
that one.
Yeah. So the person you said looks anxious, right? Like they're waiting for something to happen.
They're kind of like looking all around. They're not necessarily anxious. This is obviously not how they planned for this to go, because they did. I don't think they expected for this many guards to be around, but they couldn't really like cancel their plans, because they'd already gone that far.
And so this is not a guard.
No, there are no guards. The guards were all forced back to protect the king of the other kingdom, or they were trampled by the ensuing crowd and have been unable to find their way back. Because you have to realize, up until now, there were hundreds of people in this square.
Okay, I'm going to run up to her.
Okay.
And I know it is 35 feet, but because of my druidness, I get my speed is 35, not just 30.
Okay.
Um.
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm gonna introduce myself. Hello, my queen. My name is Varus. From I'm from Durania. I see. Are you?
Holy shit! Help! What the fuck? Why are you talking to me right now? And the other bandit just kind of looks at you, like slowly taking their crossbow from the queen and starts pointing it generally over in your direction.
Yes, I see you. I'll be with you in a second. I need to talk to the queen first. So, as I said, my name is Varus. What I need to do is you guys are sending, or there are a number of trappers over, going over, and they're taking resources. They're harming the wildlife. That's kind of hurting my way of life. Can you please stop that?
How many words constitute an action?
He's just talking really fast. He's just talking really quick.
A lot less words than this, let me tell you what. Okay, Carrie, yeah, you gotta be done talking. She's like, oh my god.
Okay. I'm going to see that they're. One second. I'm looking at one of my actions. Well, because I was gonna do one thing, and then now I'm not.
Okay, we don't need to know what you weren't gonna do.
Okay. So instead of attacking them, can I? So Thorn Whip. I make a melee spell against a target if they're within 30 feet, which they are. And the creature could take 1d6 piercing damage. But would I be able to try and hit the crossbow and knock it out of their hand with the whip?
What's the name of that spell?
Thorn Whip. If it works, I pull them closer to me, but I can
That's
pull the
not
crossbow.
even in the Roll20 SRD. Hold on.
Yeah, I had to use the player handbook because it wouldn't let me create a druid.
So it doesn't say it.
Yeah, it says I make a.
Um,
Could the target be the It says I make a melee attack against the target. Could the
yeah,
target
but it says
be?
the target is a creature in range. I'm gonna say no, because it doesn't say that you can disarm.
Cool. Well, then I'm going to use fog cloud at first level.
Fog cloud. Jeez, you need to have your thing set up so that we can actually see your spells.
Yeah, it really does not like druid.
Okay, and where are you going to use that?
I'm going to use it right on top of us. I believe that'd be the 20-foot area, right?
Like right here.
Yeah, and so it'd be 20 feet. Actually, I'll center it right here, right in between the three of us.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta get the circle. Okay, thanks for whoever
Oh.
drew that.
Nope, that's not how that one works. Let me just. Okay, so from there it'd be what? Here. Wow, I cannot edit that circle. It's just
I think it would be this area.
yeah. That looks about right. So that'd be
Alright.
cast in a fog.
Why did you not have this? Whoops.
Okay, what exactly does this do? Is it just like you can't see very well in it?
20-foot radius of sphere of fog, point centered at a point range. It spreads out around the corners, and its area is heavily obscured, and it lasts for the duration. And the duration is concentration or up to 1 hour, or until a wind of moderate or great speed, at
Yeah,
least
I
10 miles
read
per hour.
that part. Okay. So
Yeah.
anything else?
Nope.
So you kind of just hold your hands out, and this just massive like fog appears on the ground. It spreads all around you. Immediately, you can hear the rest of the band is going, "What the fuck?" As like all of a sudden, their target, the queen, is now completely hidden, and they have no idea where she is. With that, it is. Whose is it? No, it's not you guys, because you guys had some really shitty rolls.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay, it's now
Yeah.
this person's turn in the tavern. And so they're going to move about 30 feet. But they're going to move about 30 feet to try to join their ally. Because all of a sudden the queen's completely gone. You can tell they're a little bit flustered. And they're just going to look around, trying to make sure that they can regroup and prepare to enter this smoke. And with that, it is Will's turn.
Alrighty.
Or Ignar's turn, I suppose.
Hmm. That's a nice 20 feet. You move there, on over there. Hold up, let me look. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit this guy right in front of me.
Okay. With what?
A halberd.
All right, roll.
And then I might try something after, but first, the halberd. Ah, jeez. Dude, it's not usually like this. Okay. That hit, I can't
I
see
swear to God, it's normally. You
Whoa,
crit,
that hits.
So, yeah.
Okay. So I deal 12 slashing damage.
Yep.
Oh,
Sorry.
ma'am.
Holy shit. Okay. Uh,
I mean, it's a crit. It's gonna.
First nat
Okay.
20.
First nat 20, baby.
That is the first nat 20. And also, how would you like to kill them? 'Cause-
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I would like to take the halberd axe ways, like put it onto my shoulder to prep, and kind of like torque my body this way, slice so that their head is cut off, and then I would like to use my bonus action to shove their lifeless body into the next person, if at all possible.
You can. I don't think it'll really do much.
All right, I'm still gonna do it.
I mean, I don't know how that would work.
Bam.
Roll strength
It can
check, roll
normally
strength.
only go 5 feet, or a target within 5 feet of where the person I'm shoving is at.
So roll a strength check.
All right. So cleave the head, kick the body. Ooh.
Okay. So you kind of just like, rather than kicking the body into the other person, you just kick it and it goes like a few feet and it lies down completely headless. So,
Pretty cool.
and that's the first kill. So the person here is just going to turn around after they heard a noise, kind of like a
Oh,
just
I'm
turn
trying to
around and be
edit.
like, what the fuck? Just complete, like, genuinely traumatized by what just happened. Completely fucking traumatized, and is gonna pull out their sword and turn around and go towards you. So they're gonna step over their friend's body, and they are going to make an attack roll using their sword. And I'll obviously roll this hidden. I'm gonna assume a 22 hits.
Barely, but yeah.
Barely? Okay, well, I mean, it's always gonna be close in times like these. So that does You take 3 damage,
Okay.
and that will be the bandit's turn. They're very visibly shaken up. Like, they struck at you, and they're kind of shaking the whole time they're doing it. And with that, it is now Sylph's turn.
Siliph.
Siliph, there's not an A in that. That is
Whatever.
SYLPH.
Whatever.
All right, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to first. I have this all already planned out. I've been thinking about it. Okay.
We saw it.
Watch it go
Okay.
horribly wrong.
Okay, I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos.
Oh.
So that gives me a advantage on 1 attack roll. I'm going to also spend a sorcery point to go ahead and have a twinned spell ready. And I am going to use Magic Missile at first level. Right towards this guy. Not hold up, wrong thing.
The guy
This
in the
guy?
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. So wait, actually, is that 80 feet? I think I measured that. I think it's 80. Yeah, that's 80.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot it straight at him, and I'm actually going to use my advantage, my attack advantage on that one.
Okay, so just for the viewers, because Siliph is a wild magic sorcerer, but we all agreed it'd be really boring for us to just have me tell him when to roll wild magic. The system that we use is that whenever he uses his, what's it called? I already forgot.
Tides of Chaos.
Tides of Chaos. Thank you. Jeez, I'm never gonna. This is gonna go great. What?
You rolled a 20 or a 1.
I rolled a 20.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he's happy.
Jesus Christ! It's like he gets stabbed in real life. But the way that we do it is whenever he uses his Tides of Chaos, a counter starts at 10, and every time that he casts a spell, he has to roll a d20 in order to figure out whether or not he has to do wild magic. If he rolls less than a 10, he has to do wild magic, and this continues until wild magic
Or
occurs.
is it a critical fail?
It increases every single. Was it a 10? Was that what we talked about?
Yeah, it was a 10, and then we went up each time it didn't happen. It was like
That's
10
gonna
and then
happen
11.
half the time you cast a
Yeah,
spell.
maybe it was a 5.
I-
It might have been a 5.
I like
actually.
that.
I think it.
I
yeah,
like
I think
10.
it was.
No, it only
That's
does that
way
whenever
too
he uses. It only does it whenever he uses Tides of Chaos. Remember?
I know, but that's a lot.
I
Okay.
like it. I think it'll
might
be
have been
cool.
5. I think it might have been 5. Well, yeah,
goes
until it
5 and
screws
it
you
goes
over.
up.
So if he rolls less than the current DC, and that's on the screen, but nobody else can see it than me,
As in, we can't see.
wild magic will occur. He cannot. I have the number.
So I rolled
So-
this as an
Okay.
attack roll. This was my attack roll.
Oh,
for
did you?
DC. Yes.
You
I
didn't
forgot
announce
about
that before.
Yeah,
you
no,
did?
I didn't.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, no, he did.
I did. Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
did.
sure. Yeah, he did. It's
Yeah, I
fine. Yeah.
did.
Okay.
So that is the magic missile towards that person, but since I have twin spell, I'll go ahead and roll again.
Yep.
For
When you
the,
roll again for no.
I'm gonna
Wait,
roll
were
again.
you rolling for magic missile? Do you have to roll for magic missile?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't?
It
Oh,
does.
magic missile's just
Oh.
immediate
You
hit.
can't crit
Yeah.
either.
Okay. Well, the 20 was then, I guess, Tides of Chaos, and that's what we'll use it as.
Yeah, that
Uh,
actually works. That's fine. All right. So if you'd like to roll damage for your.
So I'm hitting both the person in the back and the other spell is hitting the person that's right next to Ignar.
Do a lot of damage. It's
You,
gonna be-
the person over here. Okay, or the one in
Yeah,
the smoke. Okay.
No, yeah, both
Person next
that
to
one
Ignar, got
and
it.
that one, yeah.
it's
All
gonna kill
right.
both
So
of them.
you get 3 darts. You are aware of that, right?
Yeah, I get 3 darts, so
So
it's,
you're spending 2 on
6
who
darts.
and 1 on who?
Well, no, he gets 6 stars.
Oh.
He did twin spell.
yeah, I did twin spell.
Right.
So
Sorry.
3
Jesus.
towards each, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna kill both of them.
I'm
That's what
so
he's gonna
sorry.
do.
I'm so
3 to
sorry.
each.
All right. So roll damage.
12 is a low amount of hit.
Okay, so right now I have 1 dart doing 1, 1 dart doing 2, 1 dart doing 4, and then 1 dart doing 3.
Okay. So do you want to do the math for that, big boy, or do I
9.
have to do math for you? 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
9 will be going towards this one.
You didn't ping anything.
I did.
Oh, he did.
I did. The guy up in the corner here. That's the
Oh,
one
okay.
you're
So,
taking the 9.
all right. So he gets hit by these 3 darts, basically to the back.
That's
He was running for the
blast.
queen. It's like, holy shit! And just starts coughing up blood, just like comically large amounts of blood, like more blood than a human should naturally have in their body.
Too much
Now
blood,
roll for.
man.
Let me show this blood coming from. And then all right. Would you like to roll for the other person?
Okay, I got 11 damage on the other one. This guy right here.
Okay. How would you like to kill them?
I want. So as the darts are going straight towards him, and as they hit, they're going to go straight through and then just leave like patches of his body where they went through, just completely.
Uh-oh.
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 That's not good.
Is the producer him?
Hey, producer Barnaby, are you still there?
My producer Barnaby's here too. I don't know what the fuck.
But as the darts go through, they're gonna leave these like little gashes, like these little holes. Oh
Oh.
god. Oh god.
Let's hold on. Let's hold on. I don't think he's recording us anymore.
I think he is.
I don't think he
Because
is.
but Barnaby's still here.
Yeah, Barnaby's not the one who's recording. I don't think.
No, Barnaby is the one that's
I
recording.
thought Barnaby is.
Hey, producer Barnaby, how do you feel about the current socioeconomic problems in Somalia?
Oh, why did you all do that at the same time, bro? Why did you do that
Oh,
at the
that's
same
hilarious.
time?
Welcome back.
Hello? Sorry,
Hi.
Professor Barnaby. Fuck.
Is Professor Barnaby okay? I don't care about you, but
He's
is
a
Professor
little
Barnaby
bruised up
okay?
after I had to put him back in his fucking cage, but he got out. Jesus.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
Are we gonna get back into it?
Yeah, get it all set. Lights, camera, action. Action. Okay.
Clap.
Okay.
No claps.
So-
No more claps.
Clap.
So,
Clapping.
that guy, he died. The darts went straight through him, left holes. So he's
Welcome
just
back, by
there,
the
just
way.
a big meat sack on the ground. And yeah,
Hello,
that's
everybody. Welcome
that's how
back
he died.
to Consider Wyverns, the worst podcast that is now switched to ASMR due to us having multitudes of issues with our recording software. I am your host,
Producer
Connor
Barnaby.
Herford.
Get this shit together.
I would just like to say,
it is a monkey locked. Our producer is a monkey locked in a cage.
Producer Barnaby, can we get a hydration meter on that? I just drank. What would that be? I just drank like
Hydration meter.
12. Wait, no. What is that? 32. I drank 24 ounces of water. I think we need to get a replay of that.
All right, Producer Barnaby, show it.
Thank you,
Okay,
Barnaby.
That was
All right.
shit flying at a wall.
Yeah,
Not at all hydration meter.
we'll come back to him when he's willing to talk like an adult. So, anyway, so it is now once again the person hidden in the smoke. Now, I'm pretty sure. Is there like a minimum distance you can see in fog? Isn't it like 5 feet or something like that?
Yeah, it's 5 feet. You can see
So
5 feet in front of you.
I'm gonna say that this person can still see you, Cameron, because
I'm 10 feet away.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna say that this person can see you, but they will have disadvantage because they just saw you. So they are going to attempt to hit you. Does a 6 hit?
It does not, in fact, hit.
That's good because that was actually the one at disadvantage. All right, so they're gonna swing their sword and just like completely miss you. It's nowhere even near you. You're like, I've got you now, you fat son of a bitch, even though you're skinny. And then they're gonna swing, and it's just gonna hit air.
Fuck her. But I'm going to yell that in Druidic. Because
We skipped this person's turn. Oops.
You can go.
Yeah, their turn's gonna be now. Anyway, this person's going to attempt to enter the fog, but they're not gonna get completely lost, and they're gonna walk into this podium. All right.
Finish.
Cameron, it is now your turn.
Oh, he
Or
did. He
Varus, I guess.
yeah, he did attack me, and I saw that. So where the fuck did my character sheet go? Oh, there it is.
It's on your desk.
Well, so it's there. I'm slowly converting it into the Roll20. So
What am I doing? What am I doing?
now I'm going to let's see. As an action, I can hide, but I don't want to do that right now. So snap to center. But I'd get would I get disadvantage too, even though it's my fog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fog. It doesn't make a
It's not like
difference if you
darkness. Like darkness, you could have like true sight, and then you're like not. But yeah, if you're in
That
an
is
area.
that is true. That is true.
Nick, you look like a middle schooler right now.
Oh,
Your
stop.
posture's bad.
You look like you got the bangs.
Oh!
I'm going
What do you
to
mean I have to
use
do my homework, Mom? I'm playing Minecraft.
Get the fuck out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
I gotta remember quarterstaff is 1d6 bludgeoning, so I gotta roll d20 first. So I'm gonna roll to hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay, go ahead. An
Doesn't
8 does not hit.
figures.
Well-
Figures.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, maybe. Should I use it? Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to. Yeah.
You are, really.
No. I can't cast a spell.
Yeah, because you just attacked.
But no, because then as a bonus action. So this is concentration. So if I cast another spell, it goes away.
Oh, Fog Cloud is?
Yeah, it's concentration.
Wow, imagine. Anyway.
If I cast Wild Shape, it should still be concentration, right?
I think Wild Shape would break concentration. Right?
Yeah, well, it's a druid thing.
Because it's not really a spell. It's more of a. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
but
but it probably requires you to concentrate to change from a human into an animal, if I had to guess.
I think it does break it.
but because I'm Circle of the Moon, I can use it as a bonus action.
I think
Oh,
it
well
does
then,
break it.
yeah, I still think it would break concentration, though.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah. Okay.
We're all about fun here. Except for when I really want to kill you guys, and then,
I'm going to turn into a common animal that is seen in the Feywilds, which is a blink dog.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of clap syncs right now.
That's my guy. Oh fuck!
Yo,
Where'd he
Barnaby.
go?
Where'd he go?
Where's he at?
Alright, so you've now transformed. Is that
Give me a
the end of your turn? Or
Yeah, because it's a bonus action because it's but yeah. Yes. I'm now
Okay.
blink dog.
That's not what I wanted to click. So let me just measure.
Back in the.
All right, so if that is the end of your turn, this barbarian over here, or this bandit over here, is going to notice all the commotion that just happened with 2 of his comrades being brutally murdered, and is going to pull out his crossbow and aim it at will. That's a. Let me roll that. That is a critical failure.
I'm looking at his bolt and it goes plunk into the dirt in front of me. It's like
Just shoots in the. Whoa! That was crazy. It was almost like somewhat near me. All right. Well, with that, it is now Mr. Cameron or Mr. Williams' turn.
yes, yes.
Mr. Ignar.
Oh, hold the freaking phone, man.
I don't have a phone. This is like.
I rolled 20 wasn't brought up because my computer crashed. them at the same time was too much for my poor CPU. All right, is loaded in. How far away am I from this freaking guy? Wow, a little far. Let's see here. What all can I do to this fella?
Wait, Cameron.
Yep.
The
Yep.
dog.
He's a dog now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, there he is. I mean, it's him. It's a blink dog. That's what he is.
Oh man. All right. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna mosey on over the 30 feet that I can. You know, kind of like stepping. Oh, what? That's 30 feet, really? That sucks. I guess I'll just dash. I'll dash over to this guy. Kind of get in his face.
Why don't you
It's like-
dash into the fog?
Why would I?
Because I don't think you can't cast an action because the dash is an action, right?
Yeah. I'm not worried about the fog. I'm just like, this guy shot at me. I'm gonna come after him. And I
Okay.
just get up into his face and said, "Missed me."
He's like, how'd you get so
Oh.
close to me?
Okay. And my turn.
This is so dumb. All right. With that, I believe it is now Mr. Stylif's turn.
Okay.
Can we actually?
I am going to.
Trying to get sponsored here.
We're trying to get sponsored.
It's very hot
Yeah,
blast,
try and
bro.
get
Yo,
a
Mountain
sponsor
Dew, Mountain Dew. Ben and Jerry's, Cherry Garcia. I really like Pilot pens. So if any of you guys want to sponsor me,
Yeah, we eat a lot of Ben and Jerry's. If Ben and Jerry's could kindly sponsor us.
I'll literally, you don't even have to give us money. If you give us like a pint of free ice cream, I'll say it in the video.
To be
I mean,
honest,
we
like
just did.
any ice cream sponsorship, and we'll really just.
Honestly,
Okay.
if you
Be
guys
alright.
watch the video, I'll sponsor you. Like, you know.
Okay. I'm going to use Chill Touch. Let me roll my
Ooh.
d20.
Wait, chill touch is you gotta touch the person.
No, it's a range of 120 feet.
That doesn't seem right.
That's
It-
not a touch then. That's fucking
It is.
just
You
chill.
create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
They need to
I
rename
was
that.
thinking of. I thought Ray of Frost was the only one that was at distance. Is it a spell?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
this one I know.
Okay. I got a 19 for my thing, so I don't have to roll wild magic. And then I just roll damage, right? Or is there?
I believe you just rolled damage. Let me check. Yes, you just rolled damage.
Okay. 1d8. He takes 4 damage, and he cannot heal. He takes 4 necrotic damage, and he cannot heal until my turn.
Okay, so he feels like the cold touch, and it hurts like really bad. But he's a little bit more preoccupied with the giant man that just ran 35 feet in a few seconds up to his face.
Giant man. All right, I'm 5'11".
Do you realize what the average height was in like medieval times?
I mean 5'6".
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it's
Looking
like
it up.
5'7", 5'6", pretty sure. Are we talking male and female? What gender is this fair maiden in front of me?
Hold on. 173.4 centimeters to inches. And then 68 inches to feet. Anyway,
Was they right?
yeah, it was 5.6 feet. So I was pretty close, really. Anyway, so he just saw this man with a big sword just run up to him in like 0.5 seconds. And then whisper something to him. So he's a little bit spooked. So even though he is hurting from the chill touch, he's kind of ignoring it. Is that your turn?
Uh, uh,
Uh,
hold on.
all right, it's your turn.
Mm,
Dude.
What else
yeah.
could you do?
I mean, I could do other things, but no, I'm good.
Okay, thanks for wasting time. Anyway, so the man closest to, this man's gonna now like kind of walk along the side of the podium. He's gonna see Cameron, and extremely scared, is going to roll to hit. The 13 hit, Cam?
Is it a disadvantage or?
Yes, that was a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Where is he again? Okay.
In
I
front of
used
you or beside you?
no, I used the pop out. 13 does not hit.
As a blink dog? Your
Oh,
natural armor?
Yeah.
You now have a blink dog stat block for armor.
Yeah.
I think is low.
Yeah, I can look it up.
It's like 10
I
or
believe it's
11.
like 11.
Yeah, it's like 11 because they're a little
13,
fast.
it does not. It does not hit.
Oh, what a clutch
Hey, this is
move.
so bullshit. Anyway,
That is.
so he
He
swings
blinks
at
out the
you.
way.
He like quite literally shaves hairs off the side of your dog, but
I
you know,
believe the dogs are naked. I don't think that's true at all.
why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Anyway, it is now the other person right next to Cameron's turn. But the queen is also trying to slip away, you know, because a little bit preoccupied with the 3 random strangers that are just now attempting to save her life. And he is going, or she is going to attempt to strike you as well, Cameron. This time not with disadvantage because she has seen you. And an 18 does hit, so that will be.
I don't have the blink dog's health, do I?
I think you have.
Actually,
Yeah.
they're the same. They're the same. So
You take 3 damage.
ouch.
Poor dog.
And with that, the person nearest to Ignar is
Everybody
going to
outside the
attempt to
focus sees a
strike.
dog getting hurt, even though they didn't see a dog before. They just, what the fuck is going on? What's going on in that smoke right now?
I'm pretty sure 22 hits, right, Will?
Yeah. It hit before. It hits again.
Yeah, no, I mean, just wanted to make sure, you know, you never know. You take 3 additional damage.
All right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, all right. Yeah, makes sense.
And with that, Cameron, it is now your turn.
Mm.
So the guy in front of me just like slashed at me with his something.
Yes, he just hit you with a
Okay.
sword. There's only so much flavor you can do with a guy who's swinging a sword poorly.
He slashes at me.
Gonna run
That's all I
around to
need.
here. Just to the other side of them.
Well, that invokes an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Well, hold up.
whatever.
From
I'll let
where?
him do
Yeah,
it.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, because I ran out of a guy, out of the range of a guy.
You sure did.
A 21 does hit. You take 3 damage.
Ouch! Again?
Dude, 3 is less than average for what this weapon does. I have not rolled above average this entire time. I've only rolled 3s. All
One
right,
second.
it's
Let
still
me
your
get
turn
this.
now.
Yeah, I just gotta move this because it keeps disappearing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use bite. So it's a +3 to hit, right? Because I have to use the blink dog's stats. So +3
Believe
to
so,
hit.
yes.
+3 to hit.
You can just roll it. I have the blink dog stats pulled up, so.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
Yes. A 21 hits the bandit. These are not like legendary creatures we're talking about here. These are.
Oh, come on. There you go. And then I'll deal, I think, 5 damage. And that's it.
Just to clarify, Cameron, your current hit points are 16.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
Okay.
I'm
Never
just
mind.
making sure. I'm just making sure it updates.
Yep.
properly. Okay.
Was that better?
Um, it still says 16, so
No, but it should. Do you see hit point maximum update?
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's yeah. We do 5 damage. So you kind of like swipe across with your talons. It digs into their pretty scant armor. You know, they're not. You can tell by looking at them, they're not exactly rich. Bleeding, and they're just extraordinarily pissed off at you. And with that, it is, I believe, Will's turn.
Yay. I say back to the sorcerer that's like firing these shots off from the alleyway. Nice aiming, magic user. Just give him a nice little compliment, and then I continue on with
Thank
my
you.
onslaught with the halberd.
Okay, roll. That's such an awkward interaction. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
that's what I hope for.
I like your
Your
words,
aim is
magic
true,
weapon.
magic user.
Yeah, okay, just roll damage. I don't even need to say that 24 hits. Like,
Your aim is very true, magic user.
Your aim is very true. Whoa.
how would you like to kill them?
Same thing.
What?
Lift up on my shoulder, and then just kind of straight through the neck.
All right, so just cutting their head off again.
Yeah,
Would you-
and then
would
I
you
say after I cut off their head, I say, but I learned on my journeys. If there's one thing I've learned on my journeys, aiming for the head is the best option.
Are you Action?
No,
I always aim for the head. Okay. Sorry. All
I'm
right.
just like I'm a really awkward person. Like I don't know what actually anything calls for in any social scenario.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yeah. So I just
All right.
murdered 2 people, and I'm really just having a good time because it feels like an adventure.
So exciting.
So exciting.
Well, if your turn is over, Nick or Silif, would you like to go?
Yes. Okay. How far away am I from the too far. Too far. Okay, I want to with a spell, do I have to have a target, or can I just like shoot it wildly into the
It depends
fog?
on the spell. What spell are you trying to shoot wildly into the fog?
I was gonna try and shoot a. I can't even shoot that in there. I'll shoot. I'll use a magic missile.
I guess. Wait, into the fog?
Yes.
Mm,
Just
You
you
have
need
to
a
have.
target.
Yeah, you have to have line of
Yeah,
sight.
magic
It's
missile needs
targeted.
targets for sure.
It won't. If you can see them, it won't miss. But you can't see them.
I don't know.
You could run into the cloud.
I can't.
Why? Oh, you're fucking far away.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay,
awesome.
I'm going to chill touch. Does that require me to see them? It says the space of a
Most
creature within
range
range.
spells.
Most spells do, yeah. I can pull up Chill Touch again, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
certain.
you're not gonna get like area of effect until. I mean, you have like poison spray, but you have to be like 5 feet away from the person. But you got to get pretty high level to do the area of effects.
Okay, I'm gonna just use my action to dash and dash 60 feet. Right up to there.
I'm yawning.
Why do I have a 7 in my
That's your counter
Oh,
for
yeah.
wild
Okay.
magic.
And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use message. So I guess that requires me to freaking roll wild magic. I
It
got another
does.
20.
Bruh.
You don't seem to struggle with this whole wild magic thing.
I look, okay, bro. I wanted to. I just haven't rolled
My
below a
magic's just so
19.
difficult. I just can't deal with it. But
I'm
go
gonna
through an
blows up
entire
some
fight
building.
and not have a problem with it.
I'm going to I'm gonna send a message to Ignar, and I'm gonna be like, you should go into the fog on that side, and I'll go on this side.
You gotta say it with the voices, man. It's not as fun if you don't say it with the voices.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm so sorry. I apologize, but I didn't
I
quite
apologize, but I
understand your
didn't quite
weird
hear
tone.
you.
You go in on that side.
Message.
I'll go on the other side. Go into the fog.
If there's one thing I learned on my journey, teaming up is a good idea.
There's one thing I've learned in my journey. It's that strangers should always tell me what to do when they're speaking in my head.
He's not that, bothered by it. he just thinks that's how normal people talk to each other.
Is
Oh,
that
another
your
voice in my
turn?
head. Join the party.
Oh, another one? No, whatever.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So the person nearest to Cameron. Oh wait, don't you lose concentration when you take damage?
Yes.
Do you?
Oh, this should have been gone a long time ago.
Oh, so then I would have been able to do what I wanted to do.
I'm just gonna act like the Blink Dog just now realized he was injured.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. Shit.
Oh god, no, that's right, I got hurt. And so now it fell. As I said, guys, we're a very serious D&D podcast with no problems whatsoever. Anyway,
Why
the
is my
person
camera
nearest to
that
you,
aspect ratio?
Aspect ratio, more like aspect ratio.
Holy
aspect
shit! Give
ratio,
me some.
more like
Give me. Oh wait.
nobody
Give me
loves
some.
me.
Over this
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Other side. Other side. Other side. Yeah.
Wait, am I
All right.
flipped for you? Because we
Oh,
both
Nick, come
went to
on.
the left for me.
Oh, it won't work on the podcast either, because we're like. Oh wait, you're up here on the podcast. Aim down. You're
I want to
down.
hold your hands.
Bam.
I want to hold your hand.
I don't know if that works on the podcast either. You
Whatever.
guys are also on top of each other.
Here we go.
Oh.
Like, pow, pow, pow,
Hey, Nick,
pow, pow, pow,
can you like go up and just go?
If I reach up this way, I think I touch Connor. I think that
Whoa,
way's...
Sieg Heil much? Fuck. Anyway, so the person nearest to Cameron is going to attack him. He crits. You take 8 damage.
Whatever.
And you were the one saying during that brief, definitely intended intermission that I underestimated you all.
Me? No, it was not me.
No, it's me.
It was Nick.
I'd be killing fools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got you. We picked up on that, believe it or not. And with that, it is now your turn, Cameron.
Okay.
You ice cream eating ass. Get back to playing the game.
Yeah, I'm almost like eating this entire fucking thing, but it's gonna be.
It was
Ben
already like
Jerry's.
half empty today.
Ben Jerry's, please sponsor us.
It's gonna be really good. It doesn't matter if you eat the whole thing because Ben & Jerry's is definitely gonna sponsor us. So
Yeah,
It'd be
dude,
worth it.
it's just so good though. Like even if they don't sponsor
No,
us,
you can't say it yet that we're not sponsored.
No.
We can't give it away for free.
I mean, you can say a little bit and then promise more.
you know, if Ben Jerry sponsor us, I'll tell them my favorite ice cream flavor.
Hey Ben.
When you already showed, wasn't it?
We'll just blur it out. We'll blur it out.
Okay.
It'll say
Jerry.
Consider Wyverns or something
Jerry,
like
you know me, man.
And Ben, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that. Ben knows me.
you know my opinion on Ben. Jerry, like, sorry, all right. Anyway, Cameron, what's your turn?
You must have a Ben and Jerry interlude at least once a podcast.
We're never gonna get sponsored by them. We're just gonna keep doing Ben and Jerry's stuff. The Consider Wyverns, aka the Ben and Jerry's D&D podcast.
I'm going to bite the guy again.
So,
Wow. Inventive.
Yep. What would that again? That'd be roll d20.
Yeah.
Does a 20
It's,
hit?
can you do the pluses in the thing?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
bruh. Anyway, it's fine. Yes, a 20 hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Like that?
So you bite into the person. How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna continue biting him. I guess I'll go.
I'm just gonna keep biting him.
Let's see. I'll go for the neck, like an actual feral animal. Yeah. So because I'm a blink dog, it may or may not teleport a little bit, just straight to his neck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up, teleport to his neck, and then my jaws will just be around his neck whenever I teleport, and I'll just tighten them. I'll just close my jaws on his neck. Efficient.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
don't ever say that again.
What?
Ignar gets turned on by proper logistics. All right. Well, that person is now deceased.
So exciting.
Mr. Stop it. Stop it. We don't want to get sued. League of
Okay.
Legends, please sponsor us.
No,
Ignar, it is now your
no,
turn. You don't want to get sponsored by League of Legends?
no! I do not want to be sponsored by League of Legends.
Ignar, if you'd like to go ahead.
All right, Ignar. After
So like
you
a
know.
Pokemon, Ignar.
After filleting another man, we'll walk up to here and turns
Maybe not
back
close
to
enough.
to Nick's character and says, "Sorcerer friend, check this out." And then no burning hands. I got just 15-foot cone to get this. Well, I want to be here. Sorry, burning to get like both of them into it.
Well,
And a
this
15
guy's
foot
dead.
cone. I know, just for flavor. Yeah, why not?
Well, yeah, you could do that, sure.
Yes, desecration of dead bodies.
Yeah, when
You know, flavor. He's cooking them for flavor.
yeah, flavor.
If you'd like to roll, go ahead.
I think it's a save for them. Let me get the damage. Let me just put it in the chat for you. I deal 3d6. They have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Corpse can't succeed on a
Alright.
dexterity saving throw. Just
What?
saying. The corpse can't succeed.
Yeah, the
he takes
corpse
all.
loses the dexterity saving throw. I think it's safe to say that. And the other guy definitely fails the dexterity saving throw. How would you like to do this?
Just I pull out from a pack that I have on my side, this like red beaded necklace and palm it in my hands and like face it out towards where I'm firing the burning hands with both like holding it in both hands, and it sprays the fire out to both of them.
The person barely has time to like make a noise as they're quite literally turned to cinders. Because I'm just gonna say it, they had 2 health. And so you basically evaporate them. And with that, the last barbarian is dead. They're not barbarians. I don't know why I keep saying that. The queen, overjoyed by the fact that she's, not dead, and also very confused as to where her guard has gone, looks at you and asks, "Please, would you come closer?" That was,
Right.
I'm gonna
that was quite
blink.
terrifying.
I
I'm gonna-
pocket the artifact bag into my pouch and say, "Oh yeah, sure,
I'm gonna blink right next to her.
my lady." I bow.
Because I can using the blink, and then I'm just gonna transform back into.
She's just gonna look at you like, okay.
As I was saying earlier, so you guys are sending people over to our land, pillaging our resources. You're cutting down our trees. You're taking our shit. We don't like it. We don't appreciate it. Can you stop? Is what
Are you
I'm.
the
That's,
damn
that's what I'm trying to
Lorax?
This guy has a degree
Are you the
in
damn
Yaponomics.
Lorax?
In what?
In Yaponomics.
You,
Yap,
you say
yap,
that?
yap. Yes, in character.
I don't know what a degree is.
My
I'm
poor
not.
forest. Whatever.
I'll admit, I'm probably not in the best state to be discussing policy. You, young elf, please come closer.
I'm already right next to you. Yeah, I'm not.
Not,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
not
not.
you.
I'm not too old. I'm actually. I'm not.
Oh, me, the
that young.
human? The clearly human person?
No, the only other person that didn't run away in the square, the guy over,
Oh, the
the
weird
guy
one
over
with the
there.
horns? Sorcerer friend, as I call him. Hi, sorcerer
What?
friend. I wave.
Yeah, please,
Uh,
please, young sir, come here.
And I'm gonna just walk over, just like not too close to her, not too close to her.
Please, I must give you all my most sincere thanks. Without you, I don't know what might have come of me. And as she says this, a loud boom
Oh.
shakes from the backside of the town square. The second I said it.
What was it?
A loud boom from the backside, huh?
Whoa!
Hold up.
Whoa,
What is the queen eating?
I hate you so much. Just so much. Anyway, a man walks through the smoke and says, pretty loud voice, I guess you can't always rely on cheap hires. The man, standing at least 6.5 feet, has an extremely large fur coat around his shoulders and a strong plate armor. Is carrying a relatively large sword at his side, walking with an extreme gait and with nothing but purpose. Additionally, he has a small insignia. None of you recognize it, but upon looking at it, the queen gasps just ever so slightly. You can't tell if it's because of the fear of a new enemy or if it's because she recognizes the clearly displayed symbol on his chest. Nevertheless, she looks around, hoping to find guards, and yet she sees no one. Evidently, they are still caught up in the chaos of hundreds of people running from the square, and God knows what else that might be happening across the city. As the man walks closer to you, he pulls out a bag from around his waist and holds it out. I have 50 gold coins in this bag. I will not harm the queen, at least not yet, on the condition that you take these coins and you run. This time the queen, definitely from fear, starts hyperventilating and looking around, trying to see if she would be able to climb over the relatively tall podium to behind her, hoping to get away from someone who she's very clearly afraid of. It's now in your court.
What are you gonna do with her?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and seeing him as a threat. I'm gonna cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Okay.
So I get 7d8s.
Of hit points.
Yes, so I'm gonna just roll it in here because I don't feel like rolling my d8.
D8s.
Yeah.
uh,
39.
Okay, so if he has 39 hit points or lower,
He
he
falls
goes to
asleep.
sleep.
what happens if he has more than 39?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right,
Jack
well,
shit.
nothing happens. So,
Oh! No way!
What do you intend for the queen of these lands, sir?
That is no business of yours. I promise you, she will not be harmed.
Can I like insight what he means?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Like whether he's telling the truth, I guess, is what really all
Yeah,
I can
go,
figure
roll
out from
insight.
that. Huh.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I needed to.
you can't really tell one way or the
Yeah.
other.
Hmm.
78 and he's still awake.
Connor, I'm
How
gonna
much
just
gold did you say?
increase. Connor,
50
I'm gonna.
coins, but the offer is going fast.
All right, I'll
Connor,
take it.
Connor,
I'll
I'm
take
increasing
it.
my.
The queen looks over at you like, what?
I'll take it.
You're gonna take it?
I mean, I will. I don't know if Sorcerer
Connor,
Friend or Dog Man will take it, but
Connor,
take it.
I forgot to roll my wild magic, so I'm gonna just increase it to 9.
No, you roll
because
it now.
I
Yeah,
roll it
roll it
now.
now.
Yeah, roll
I
it
roll
now.
it now. Okay, hold up.
if it's another sleep, you add it to the sleep total before.
Okay.
If it's another sleep, yeah, it's summation.
It's a 14.
Okay. Let me
Hey, it's
look at the
not. It's
wild
not.
magic.
From a 9, I feel like he has to
Oh,
fail
wait,
at that
never mind.
point.
Sorry, I thought he. Yeah, never mind. You rolled a 14. Okay. So you still have not triggered your wild magic yet.
Yeah, I have not.
Although I
Dang.
am gonna up that to 10, just because I don't like you.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, it would be kind of funny just to have you outdo it here. Like, I'll give you 50 coins. Explodes.
Okay, do you want to do that? I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
good with
see.
that.
Like,
Let's do it.
Roll
Okay, okay,
D100.
boys.
D100.
Let's do
roll
it,
D100.
boys. Hold up. / roll D100. I got 85.
5.
Seems interesting.
I cast mirror image.
Oh, so nothing.
I cast 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your
Nothing.
space
Literally nothing happens.
until the spell ends. It has a duration of a minute.
It just causes disadvantage on the people who attack you.
Yeah.
So he tries to, he like snaps his finger to put him to sleep. And then instead, 3 dudes show up.
The guy,
That look exactly like me.
the guy who's holding out the bag just looks kind of confused.
You said 50 gold a piece, right?
And he just kind of flips it over and reattaches it to his belt, and he's like, "Doesn't exactly seem like you're willing to negotiate."
I want the 50 gold.
And he just
I am
draws,
ready.
He just draws his sword with both arms. All right, I need
Howard,
him to roll
you
initiative
have
now, don't I?
Oh no. Okay, so wait, that refreshes the counter, right?
It does, yes.
And you get
Okay.
Tides of Chaos back, so you can do another attack.
Okay.
Ugh, he's going.
Can we make it 10? I kind of want to make it 10.
No,
we
let's
could say it
for
goes
now.
up. We could say it doubles every turn, and we can start it at 1. And so by the time it gets to like
Yeah,
3
it's pretty much
turns,
what I had before with the D20, D12, D6, D.
Yeah, but I like this idea better because
One.
I can double numbers in my head, and I can't remember how you do your thing. So,
Well, no, as in you
Every
it goes,
die there is, you go from D20 down the die. It's the simplest.
Oh,
So
I was
just-
thinking you start at 1, you go 1, 2, 4, 8, and then now you're at 16, and so you're basically gonna hit it after that. And then after that,
just-
it's guaranteed.
So the bandit charges forwards, relatively fast, but not too fast that you guys can't keep up with him. Cameron, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
You said how tall was he?
About 6'5".
6.5.
So his demeanor's gonna very much change now that he's being actively charged at.
Now he's been hype pilled like that.
Oh,
He's getting mogged.
Oh man, we turned into an incel podcast.
Absolutely hype pilled.
that was bad. Everything just went black for a second. I don't understand. I can't see. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
called blindness. You're going blind, bro.
No,
Everything goes black. I'm done.
Stop it. We are
Um,
not doing that.
Oh, shit, I'm going blind.
So
I'm going blind. I got black pilled.
Oh fuck. A black pill.
let's see.
Did the guy do anything yet?
He
No,
just
I'm trying
ran. That was his turn.
Oh. Oh, we see him.
Yeah, he's Right here.
I can't
Alright,
grab
it's
my
fucking
character.
up.
Okay, right here. Yeah, is it fucking up for you too?
It's this guy?
Yes.
I'm moving one more over. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and say you're big. I've seen bigger.
Solid.
That's
Solid.
I
what she
didn't even
said.
realize that. But
That's what
Solid.
she said.
I
You're
like it.
big. I've seen bigger. Are you coming on to me? He just yells. It's like he's running up towards Silif.
and with that, I'm going to what's he wearing?
Just
Oh,
roll
these
a
questions,
perception.
bro. I've seen bigger. What is he wearing? What are you wearing, bro?
Uh,
What are you
No,
wearing?
like what's his armor? Like
roll a
what's his,
perception check.
okay. I actually have
Yeah,
20
that's fine. He's wearing studded leather.
studded leather.
Yeah, so you see this man that apparently has bigger,
No,
wearing studded leather.
He's seen
I've
bigger. He's
seen
smaller.
bigger people, even though I am much smaller than him. I've seen bigger, being from the Feywilds.
Okay, got it.
You said he's carrying a sword.
Yes, he is carrying a sword.
Cool. I'm going to cast Heat Metal, which is a second level spell. Where?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't add it yet. So he's definitely within range. Choose a manufactured metal object. So I'm gonna choose the sword. It's gonna cause the object to glow red hot, and any creature within physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage. Until spell ends, you can use a
Why the
bonus
fuck
action.
are you casting this?
On his sword?
He's holding a sword.
He's holding a metal sword.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
The man
Yes.
that is actively charging at us.
And he's gonna
Is
drop the
holding a-
weapon when he heats the metal.
He's
Oh,
going to drop
oh.
it,
He can drop the weapon. He doesn't have to.
He
or
can
he
just
will
take the damage. He can just feel that bitch. He's like, "Rrr."
He
Any
takes the
creature-
damage regardless. If he continues to hold it, then he has disadvantage until Cameron's
until the
next turn.
spell ends. You have and then you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing an object, it takes damage from it. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn, whenever I'd recast it with my bonus action.
Okay, so
So it takes
what
2d8
is...
takes 2d8 damage.
Okay, you can roll the damage.
Yeah, so 2d8.
I like how there's just 3 of my character that are just around me.
So he just takes 10 damage.
And what is your spellcasting DC?
My spellcasting ability is wisdom. You mean my spell attack bonus?
There should be a DC that he has to roll against for the Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that would be my spellcasting ability, which would be my. Let me see.
It's in spells should be.
He didn't make
Top
a
right.
sheet on roll 20.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. And what
Well,
would
it's
that be?
whatever your spell modifier is, which is wisdom.
Yeah,
Plus
so my
your
the spell
something.
save DC, is that what it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom modifier plus 8.
Mhm.
So that's my wisdom modifier.
I think that's wrong.
No,
I don't
that's
think
what
it
it
should be
says.
high.
Yeah, spell save DC is proficiency bonus plus wisdom plus 8.
That seems right, yeah.
That's
So
that
what
was
is
directly
it?
from. That was directly from the player handbook.
Yep, got it. What is it?
Okay. Go to core. So my wisdom is 3 plus my proficiency, which is 2 plus 8 is a 13. DC 13.
So if he rolls under that, does he drop it or does he?
It says you can holding, so if a creature is holding an object, it takes damage from it. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. So if he doesn't succeed, he has to drop it.
Okay, so he has dropped his sword. Yeah, I mean, with that, Will, Ignar, it is your turn.
All right, I will.
You will.
I will. Uh, run the 30 feet. Or, I mean, not run or nothing. Was that 30 feet? Hold on. Oh, fuck. No, one more is 30 feet, which is good. Because a halberd has reach, which allows me to go 10 feet. Which I'll do first. I'll do a quick little, my page would load. A quick little halberding. How's the halberding looking?
Yeah, the 21 hits. Believe it or not.
Dealing.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why I'm rolling so well. I have a +5 to it, but still, like, this is insane. I've hit like above a 15 the entire time.
All right.
And then I will action surge.
Okay.
Oh God, I know
Which
what
I
you're
haven't yet.
doing.
No, I'm not doing the thing that I could have done because I read it more thoroughly, and it's not as good as we thought, Nick.
It's not.
No, I'm going to then throw my halberd.
Oh no. How does that work? How does a halberd as a thrown weapon work?
It's just a thrown weapon. You can do the same attack that you could normally. Anything with a thrown property, you make the same as a melee attack.
The
As a
halberd
ranged
has a
halberd
thrown
has
property?
a thrown property?
Yeah, it's like a spear.
It's a halberd. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a spear
halberd.
axe.
Sword.
Yeah, it's a spear
Oh,
axe.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess.
spear axe.
Oh, halberd. I had that wrong in my head the entire
Yeah,
time.
it's an axe. It's an axe, or it's a spear that has an
spear,
axe on
hammer.
it. Yeah.
It does everything, baby. I can choose whether it does slashing or bludgeoning.
I was
or
thinking
whatever.
longsword, and I was like, how does throwing a longsword is incredibly difficult.
Not gonna do
like
it. I'm gonna like palm the back of the shaft.
Oh
And grip it like
God.
this, and then just. That's not even dirty. How would you palm the back of somebody's shaft? That's like at their body. Okay,
I'm
throwing
gonna
it.
pull the back of my shaft and I'm gonna throw it at the guy
It
wearing
is.
leather who's big, but I've seen bigger.
That's a critical hit too. I'm not sure why it's not green, but
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I'm not sure why it ain't green. But that's a critical hit.
That is a crit.
It's different colored.
Dealing
He
14
takes 14
on
damage.
top of the
Oh my
12.
god, stop the podcast. Where is my
Oh.
phone? The alarm.
I heard him yelling. I can hear it through the fucking vents.
That's quite a low roll on the
I
damage
can
roll.
hear them in the vents.
Oh my God, Will.
So
Oh
that
my-
turn I did.
Phone.
That turn I did 26 damage.
And I've just done 10 damage to him, so we're already at
36.
36.
No, you did 20.
Actually, this is metagaming the hell out
Holy
of it.
shit.
It
yeah,
is,
stop
yeah.
metagaming.
Sorry.
Alright, so the guy, you come up to him, you slash him across it with a halberd. Actually, I guess I should have checked for resistances, shouldn't I? There aren't any. Cool. Okay.
Fucked. Get fucked is what I'm hearing.
How do I do it?
No,
no.
he has more than 39 health. He has
Oh,
more
true.
than 39 health.
True.
And all of a sudden he's like, holy shit.
There's now a halberd,
He went
wherever
from,
it landed.
He went from like extremely confident, like, oh, okay. This is hurting a lot more than I thought it would. And he subconsciously, because his hands don't have the weapon anymore, he subconsciously reaches for the money bag. Cameron, or Nick, it is now your turn. And by the way, you should tell me where you need to go.
Why?
Because I have to move you for reasons.
For reasons?
Yes.
Wait, do all three of his people move, or all four of his people?
I have to move him for reasons.
Wait.
Where are you
Okay.
trying to...
Okay, so this is
Okay.
him. Do these guys also move
Yeah, they
individually?
move with
or-
me.
Yeah, they
They
move
No,
with
with
him.
me.
Okay, so it's all of you guys stay together in
Yeah.
that like
Because they're
Okay.
just illusionary images.
what? Yeah.
Okay, hold up.
Can you like grab a group of people?
I don't know.
No, they're just illusionary images.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna try.
I'm going to move over
Stop
here.
doing that.
No. You can't grab a group of them. If you just
Ping it again. Ping it again.
I'm gonna move like on top of this one. Okay,
There you go.
good. Actually, one more over.
You're
Left,
killing me
yeah,
here,
there we
man.
go.
Actually, just one more. Just one more.
Actually, you know,
Is Ignar in my way?
for what?
Like sight of the guy.
No.
Okay. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Magic missile doesn't matter about sight either. It'll bend
Yeah,
around.
it's
Oh, it
a
doesn't?
guaranteed hit.
Well,
But
whatever.
it doesn't matter as long as you can see him. You're good. If there's a
It'll-
person obstructing you, it'll just go around him. It hits the
Okay.
person.
So I get 4 darts.
At 2nd level, yeah.
Yeah, at 2nd level I get 4
Okay.
darts.
How many
Roll for
2nd level
damage.
spells do you have, too?
Uh,
That's the second.
well,
time.
I can cast Sleep and Magic Missile at 2nd level.
I mean, yeah. But how many spell slots do you have?
How many
2.
spells?
Yeah, I have one more second level spell slot. It's been
Okay,
fun.
so 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4, so 16 damage. No way that we kill this guy, and Connor had no chance to attack with him. There's no way that we kill this guy, and they had no chance to attack.
How do you want to do it?
Uh,
I throw the halberd.
yeah,
you
you throw the
magic missiles
halberd,
them
and I
into him.
magic missile the halberd, and it just
Through
starts
his
shooting at
chest.
Mach 5 straight through the center of his chest.
It
Straight through.
hits the halberd, so the magic missile's force is piercing through his chest.
Yes, it's just all of it at once, just and he just looks down at it, at his chest with just a hole like gaping through the middle of his chest, and then just falls over.
So as he falls over, I'm gonna have him say, "Huh," and then just die. All right. So
You underestimated us. You underestimated us.
Ignar
fair-
raises his fist to the sky and says, "Huzzah!"
I mean, to be
And then
fair, how
all
the
my
fuck did
guys
I-
are just like,
And then he uses his bound weapon, which is his halberd, and brings it back to his hand instantaneously.
How the fuck could I anticipate Will dealing
Rolling
25
so
damage
much.
and a 13 on top of that, or something
no,
like
no.
that?
He did 12 plus 4. He did 36. No, 26 damage in one hit.
Yeah, how the fuck could I anticipate that? So,
That just reminds me of there's that scene with like the Batman and the Flash, and they're like in the other universe, and the Flash like gets out because he's like, "How could I anticipate you?" Because it's like, have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
yeah, Warner Brothers, sponsor us, please. Anyway.
Oh no, no. We don't want them.
Should just name this. Should just name this episode "Begging
Sponsor
Very
us.
Large Companies to Sponsor Us."
Sponsor us. It was
Like,
good.
Sponsor
yeah,
us.
like, see, most people are like, "Hey, roll 20. You want to sponsor us?" We're like, "Hey, Hasbro, I know you make like 400 billion a year, but
Actually, you know a game that Hasbro makes that I love?
what?
Dragon Veil. Now,
Oh,
Dragon Veil
God.
is such a fun game.
All right, so there's a
Okay,
guy
let's
down on the
keep
ground.
going on
What's
with the
going on?
D&D.
What's up with
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry.
I'm just walking up to grab the pouch for gold.
I'm
Okay.
going to
I'm
Okay,
just like
so-
counting it like one by one.
So, as you pick them up, you notice that the coins are like oddly light.
Do they
And-
sound right? I shake them.
I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Okay, this is not good. I might think they're real.
I'm not saying they're not. I mean,
All right. Yeah. I mean, chocolate coins are just as good for me, you know.
you're just a
Yeah.
crayon eater.
did you
Oh my
bite it? Did you
God.
bite into them?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Guys,
got it.
these coins taste really sweet, but they're definitely metal.
Tastes good.
It's metal, by the way. They're like, that's not even your perception. They are actual metal.
And I'm like, yeah, seems all
But,
right.
but they may or may not happen to be lead.
Tastes
Wait,
pretty
wouldn't
good,
it
guys.
be a bit heavier, right?
Shut up. Yeah, you're right. Lead is heavier than gold, isn't it? Oops.
A little bit.
I almost just ate shit in my chair. Anyway, so as the dust settles from the battle, you finally start to hear and see all these guards somehow finally running in. And they notice you all around the queen, and they raise their crossbows, and they say, and they just start yelling at you, like different commands, like get on the ground, put your hands in the air, stay where you are, as police do. Pointing
Each one
crossbows
of my guys does a different one. Each one of them does a different
Nice,
one.
nice.
Each one of them does a different one.
The
Nice.
queen, however, raises her hands and says, stop! They are my protectors. Please, bring them into the throne. I wish to speak to them. And the guards, they walk up to you, and they're not entirely sure that they trust you yet, but they grab you and they start leading you towards the throne room as the queen is comforted by her various different consorts and advisors and is led to her quarters within the palace. So you guys are waiting in the throne room, if you would all like to talk to each other for quite literally the first time.
You got a name, sorcerer friend?
My name is Silif.
You got a hobby?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Dog man?
My name is Varus Nilo.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jay. Got any hobbies yourself, dog man?
Hunting people is mostly what I do these days. People who kind of get into my territory. So
What's your territory, dog man?
I am from Durania.
Would I know that?
So you guys are aware of Durania. It's the other continent. So I guess this would be a good time to give a small example of what Durania is. And this is common knowledge. So Durania is essentially this other continent that's split off from the main one. It used to be the same one. People are aware of that, but it's still sometimes considered legend. And it is a completely uninhabited continent. Try as people might, especially in fact, the kingdom that we're in now, they have tried to establish colonies. Everyone has tried to establish colonies, and yet they always fail because the magic over there is just so much stronger. It's just completely inhospitable. So, as far as we're aware, nobody has ever managed to live on that side of the continent.
You lived there, dog man?
All my life. Yes.
That is either a very well told story or a very impressive truth.
I've only heard the legends of that.
You could do insight if you would want to check.
Nah, I'd trust him.
I'm rolling insight.
Okay.
I'm very trustworthy.
13.
You're very trustworthy. You mean trusting?
Very
Yeah.
trustworthy.
Listen, I don't like to toot my own horn here,
But
but
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty trustworthy. What'd you get?
13.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
So
It was
Are the-
nice until people from over here come over and they try and take stuff.
are the legends of the magic real?
Very.
Are there teachers of this magic? Or just
What do you-
just wildness going on?
There are groups, sort of. What
Hmm.
I don't understand this teaching of magic. You just kind of have it.
Hmm.
Just kind of
I
grow
might have
up
to
with
visit
it.
there.
So as you all are talking, from the backside of the courtroom, not like a modern courtroom, but the old kind of courtroom where the throne would be held and the queen would hold court, a great door opens and guards, some of them the same as you saw earlier, others ones you've never seen before, stream into the room. where and finally the queen comes to the doors and sits on her throne. And for the first time, you really get to look around after such a harried day. The ornate gold throne that she sits on is infused with stained glass in small areas, obviously made from the nearby artisans. The walls are adorned with massive stained glass windows that stream in with random colors of light, making it look incredible and yet also discordant within the room. The walls themselves are made of incredibly ornately carved sandstone, reaching in pillars from the floor to the ceiling, and the ceiling itself has a beautiful tapestry made from pigments that only the most expensive countries would ever be able to afford. As she sits down, obviously still shaken from the events of the day, she beckons you closer from the back of the room and says, "Please, I wish to speak to all of you." As you walk,
I would walk into speaking range and then kneel.
I'm gonna walk, but stay like very like farther behind everyone else. Like I get like 5 feet behind everybody else because I don't want to be too near them.
as you walk up, the queen says, "Well, first I must thank you all for saving me. I shudder to think what might have happened to me were you not there. My guards, brave as they may be, they simply weren't able to meet the challenge today. And although I trust them with my life, it is so great to have citizens such as yourself willing to protect me. As a token of my gratitude, I would like to offer you all a job." And she looks around and points to her guards and motions them out of the room. And after a little bit of hesitation, the guards, they leave the room, definitely concerned about leaving the queen alone, especially after what just happened, but unable to refuse her demands. And after they leave and close the door behind them, from a shadowy part, the only part of the room not lit by the stained glass windows, from right behind her chair, a man who you previously couldn't see emerges from the shadows, wearing black leather clothes and carrying the crest of the queen on his lapel. He looks out at you once more. "I do not believe that I was the real target. Not this time. Interestingly enough, I believe that the king of our visiting country may have in fact been the target. And I think that may be why they did not kill me. However, if it is such that they were meaning to kill the king, that leaves us in a disturbing predicament. As you may or may not know, the king rules over the land and to our north. And although I believe him to be a good and just leader, it is not unlike him to make mistakes. And I fear that in his attempts to gain power, he may have overstepped a boundary. Shiorisen may be, unfortunately, in great danger. I believe that the people who were sent here today intended to kill him to replace him with someone else. Someone who we do not know and who may be less than kind to our country. And as such, I'd like to offer you a job." And as she says this, the man to her right, who was wearing all leather, walks up and says, "We believe that we know who they may be trying to install. A shadowy figure, only known to most as Omicron. His real name is still unknown to us despite our best intelligence efforts. We wish for you to go to Shiorisen and attempt to discern who he really is, and if he did perpetrate these attacks. If he did, then that of course means that, well, he is a traitor to our country and must be executed. If he did not, then either we have someone domestic that needs to be taken care of, or the Shiorisen committed an act of war obviously would like to know more before we declare war, and so I ask, are you all in?
What's in it for us? More specifically, what's in it for my people?
Your people? I'm
My
not sure I understand the question.
so from what I understand, you guys aren't the most aware of the fact that there is a group of people um, that is currently on the other continent, as you guys say. However, we are small, but you guys, with your expeditions, you are having people come over and cut down our trees and attempt to make colonies, which the Feywilds don't really like the magic there.
I'm afraid I don't understand. There's no colony that has ever survived on the wild continent. It simply isn't possible.
You guys keep trying. You guys need to stop, that's why I'm here.
We cannot promise not to. It is. We live in a time of great scarcity. That is the entire reason for these attacks, the entire reason for this threat of war. We cannot simply ignore an entire continent filled with more resources than our people could use in a millennia.
Are they your resources? Sorry
They
for
belong-
speaking out of turn, man.
As far as we're aware, they belong to no one.
As far as you're aware, but you're being told the exact opposite.
They
being
belong
told
to
the exact opposite
nature.
If these tales are and legends are true of this place, I believe that you should just leave this place alone. You should not be messing with it. The magic there is much too powerful for you to even understand.
I cannot promise that my successors will not do it, but I can swear that if you achieve the goal of tracking down Omicron and removing him from power, I will never send another colony over to their lands.
I look over to Forrest and go like, probably as good as you're gonna get.
This'll do for now.
I will say, though, that we are not the only nation that perpetrates such things. All nations have attempted to establish colonies over there. But I will do my part.
Do you have a list of such people?
I'd say any
Not
major
necessarily
place
of
would
the
do it.
Look at a
not
map.
necessarily of the colonies, but
The man in leather just looks at you and says, "Look at a map." Obviously irritated that after just being offered a job, you're already making demands like this. As you can tell, he's fanatically dedicated to his queen.
I'd say it's a pretty good shake.
I would
It'll-
like one thing.
What is it, my good sorcerer?
I have trouble controlling this magic that is building up inside of me. And I would like to learn more about it so that I can at least try and be able to control it a little bit. Is there any magical schools in the country that you know of that are good enough to like have high standing, or anything that you could point me towards?
While magic is not illegal here, it is not loved. I'm afraid there are no such schools, at least not to my knowledge. Perhaps in Shiorisen, some of the old schools of the Selene Empire may have survived, but I'm sorry, I cannot be of more help.
Do you all have any ancient texts or anything like that?
I'm afraid not. Much of what we possess was destroyed during the rebellion. The Seleans never took kindly to the resources and knowledge we tried to keep.
Sorry again, but where are you sending us?
The Shiorisen Kingdom. It is the kingdom to our north, and one of the two nations from which we border. The hope is to keep the current king in power, although he does not always agree with us, and although he does often have problems. Well, let's just say I believe he is our greatest hope. He agreed to come here, something that his predecessor did not. To have him replaced with someone who only thinks for their own gain, it could be disastrous to the peace that we have managed to uphold so long. I wish for you to find whoever is trying to replace him, if that is the case, and hopefully put a stop to them.
I
I will
turn
be, of
to.
course.
Oh,
I'll,
go
of
ahead.
course, be willing to reward you quite handsomely. We have 100 gold piece each, and we'll pay for all expenses required to get you there, and we can even put you in contact with our agents within the city. But I'm afraid, in order to appear as if we're still being cordial within these diplomatic times, there's little more I can do.
I turn to Scylla and say, if you're looking for magical knowledge, I don't think there's a better place to start than north of here, towards Shirisen, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. It changes every time.
Sure.
I thought it looked really cool and I typed it out, and now I can't pronounce it.
Shirisen. The city built upon the old empire holds many secrets and some willing teachers.
It does sound like maybe a good place to visit. I'll go with.
Well,
I need not the gold. Just your word that you'll stay off of our land or stay off of nature's land.
as I've said, I cannot guarantee any later dynasties, but as long as I live, there will be no more colonies established over in your lands, assuming, of course, that you are able to complete the task we have given you.
Will we get any of this gold up front so that we can pay for things? Or
All we can give you, I'm afraid, is transportation to and from Shurisen. We will send you to their capital city in the hopes that Omicron is hanging there. And we can provide you with food and some munitions for the trip, but once you're there, your best bet would be to make contact with our agent. My spy master here will be able to give you more information later, once he is able to write everything up. The agent will likely be able to provide you with more information and the locations of supplies that you may be able to use on your journey. So, can I count on the three of you?
you can count on me.
I'm in.
I'll do it.
All right. Well, she claps, getting the guards back in. Please escort these fine men to our guest quarters. And I hope that we see each other again. And with that, I think we are going to end.
Okay.
You look like you're yelling, but you're not making any noise. It's
Yeah, I
like,
was about to say, are you actually like? Oh wait, let's see if it'll pick up on Connor's mic.
I'm not here. I'm not hearing anything.
wait, do it again. Nope, not even on the not even on Audacity. I'm so sorry.
Oh wait, how did it pick it up from my mic? Oh, my mic is picking up from something else, not my microphone on Audacity.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming to our first episode.
We're still recording.
It's scuffed.
It is.
It's very, very scuffed.
It is. It is scuffed.
I mean, we never claimed to be professionals by any means. Ben and Jerry's, if you've been watching, please hit us up. And with that, we will see you all next week.
Yep.
It's Sunday
Tally-ho.
night.
Adios.
This won't be released on Sunday.